This incredible piece of fan art was done by DrawSmile2093, who coincidentally is also the manga artist for my story, Demon Rush. If you want to see more, you can check it out on my Patreon, www.patreon.com/mastarmedia. Silverfang vs. Monster Garou. This ultra hype moment is coming to the One Punch Man manga in the very next chapter. At least, we think it's going to be the next chapter because you got to remember, Saitama and Flashy Flash are somewhere still with Blast, and I don't know if it's a possibility that we may get some side chapter where Blast is talking to Flashy Flash and Saitama about the monster god before he returns them to the battlefield. So we may get some random chapter like that coming up soon, but if not, it's going to be Silverfang vs. Garou, and this is particularly interesting because it was not in the webcomic. With Garou beating Bomb, what's going to happen with Silverfang? But first, a message from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends, the top 5 best champions for arena PvP. Number 1, we're gonna go with Ursaga Warcaller because she's basically the best champ in the game for team protection. For number 2, we go with Hegemon, so we always go first. Kandrafon for number 3 because he has that insane damage. He's got that one-shot potential. We'll take Prince Kaimar for the AoE, and obviously we'll take Warlord because he can suppress the entire team. To battle! One of my favorite aspects of the game is all of the incredible looking champions you can play and customize to build the most powerful team imaginable. Doom Tower just got a huge upgrade, so try the new champions to see if you can get to the top. If you want to get a huge start in Raid, all you have to do is click the link in the description or scan the QR code you're seeing right here, and new players will get the epic hero Kronoru, who is amazing in Doom Tower by the way, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. Make sure that you click the inbox to collect your rewards. Silverfang has showed just how insanely strong he is, solidifying his rank as the number 3 S-rank hero. He is crazy strong, taking on Ugly Furher and Gums like it was nothing after they had just annihilated a whole bunch of other S-rank heroes. And Monster Garou just took on Silverfang's older brother Bomb, who is very similar in power. So Silverfang did not fight Monster Garou in the webcomic, which makes this entirely new and fresh content. It's going to be very, very interesting, which leads me to believe that this fight may get interrupted somehow. There's still so many different things that could happen, but if it doesn't get interrupted, Silverfang has to lose because at some point, Garou is going to have to fight Saitama. So either Silverfang loses, he sacrifices himself to protect someone else, or the fight must get interrupted. But I think at first we're probably going to get some insanely intense combat between the two of these. Now, the reason I think it could get interrupted is because when Monster Garou came out in the webcomic, he immediately went and took out Black S, and then he started taking out all the S-rank heroes. But right now, we still have Black S, who is going through his fusion forms and such, and we have Vomited Ugly Furher, who is also new to the manga, who just melted freaking Atomic Samurai's sword, another of the Council of Swordmasters, melted Darkshine's hands, killed a Council of the Swordmaster, just melted his face off. So right now, the Monster Cadre are doing a lot of work, and Garou, who is supposed to, based on the webcomic, go fight the heroes, right now he's about to fight against Silverfang. So things are changing here for the manga, and I think for the better, to be honest. Now, Garou, as he showed, he has copied and replicated pretty much all of the martial arts techniques. He knows Silverfang's techniques, he knows Bomb's techniques, which are kind of like very similar, but he has like different names for his own martial arts style, and Garou has mastered all of them. And through this arc, he's going to continually like master his martial arts to the point where he's going to create kind of his own technique called God Slayer Fist, which hopefully is very exciting to see when Murata draws this. Maybe Silverfang is taking the upper hand in this battle, and then at some point, Garou develops God Slayer Fist and is able to beat Silverfang. Like, he's not gonna kill Silverfang, I don't think, but he may just beat him, like, unconscious. And if Silverfang is able to beat Garou down, win in a fist fight one-on-one, will Garou transform even more? So in the webcomic, Garou goes through several more transformations, but that happens during his fight with Saitama as he's getting frustrated because he can't hurt Saitama, and he keeps like he grows in this like giant demon form. I want to say that that's spoilers, but you know, again, things are changing happening here in the manga itself, so nothing is really for certain at this point. Maybe all the S-rank heroes have to team up to somehow take out Vomited Ugly Fur. I don't know how in the heck that they're gonna do that because he melts anything he touches, so you'd have to use long range and psychic abilities, meaning that Tatsumaki and Fubuki are probably the only options at this point. But if they're somehow able to do that, then we could lead back into the webcomic area if Garou beats Silverfang. That would leave Black S, the heroes, and Monster Garou. And what would happen in the webcomic, Monster Garou took out Black S and then took out all the heroes before Saitama finally showed up. So we could still potentially move some pieces of the story around and get back into how the webcomic played out. But for that to happen, Silverfang has to lose. And like, I don't think we've ever really seen him lose in the manga or the webcomic. I mean, Silverfang, like, even though he's an old guy, like, when he gets put to the test, like, he always shows up. And it's gonna be an absolutely crazy fight between Monster Garou and Silverfang. You would think, but like, again, Bomb is very similar in strength to Silverfang. I get maybe you're supposed to think that. So it's gonna be interesting if Silverfang is somehow able to beat Garou and then Garou retreats for a while and then comes back transformed again. I doubt it. Like, I think the only ways that this could happen is Silverfang loses or the fight gets interrupted somehow. Now, when Garou learns his Godslayer fist, he actually learns it against Tatsumaki because she throws this like hail of boulders at him and he learns the technique, the wow, you know, he learns the technique that way. So maybe he learns it in the manga, maybe he learns it against Silverfang or develops it, however you want to call it. How I think this is going to happen, I think you're going to have a very insanely epic battle between Silverfang and Garou. I think that the heroes are going to somehow take out Ugly Fur, or Vomited Ugly Fur. Black S will turn into Golden S, and then after Garou is free from his fight with Silverfang, he'll take out Golden S, and then he'll start taking out all the heroes who are very weak at this point. I mean, Darkshine's out, Tank Top Master's out, Atomic Samurai's sword is melted, so like the heroes are pretty much done for already. I mean, Tatsumaki's on her last limbs, so's Fubuki, and at some point Psychos could even come back in all of this. Like in the webcomic, she came back and had this crazy fight with Fubuki. That was entirely skipped over so far in the manga, so she very well could pop out of the ground at any moment and start joining in as well. So Silverfang must lose, Vomited Ugly Fur must lose, and then Monster Garou takes out Black S, and then Saitama shows up. That's gotta be how this goes down, unless the fight gets interrupted some other way. Now, what if Blast shows up here and punches Garou or something? Like, ooh, that would be some sauce, right? Like, that's what everybody wants to see. Like, just this black hole appears, and Blast looks at Monster Garou, and he's like, what the hell are you? And just claps him, you know what I mean? That's the juice right there. That's what we want to see. It'd be even more epic if they battled a little bit before Blast was like, I don't know, dipped or something like that. But I don't think Blast is going to come in because he's more worried about the monster god than anything. He probably thinks the S-rank heroes can take Garou. So unless Garou somehow shows that he's a god-level threat and he puts the planet in danger, I don't think Blast is going to help fight him at all. But it'd be really cool if we see some more of Blast. I mean, that's something that fans, like, we want more Blast. Like, we want to see, he seems so strong, like, as it is. He knows about the monster god and he's so mysterious and powerful and just cool and everything. He's a total Chad. So we could get some more Blast in this arc as well in the next couple of chapters. But I think more than likely the next chapter is going to be Silverfang versus Garou. It's going to be an epic battle, but at some point Garou may just develop the Godslayer fist and overwhelm Silverfang. So I think that's what's going to happen in the next chapter. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by the video. I'm Mastar. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm, especially if you guys hit that like button. It lets the algorithm know that this is a good video, promotes my channel more, and it helps me out a lot. I'm Mastar, and I'll talk to you guys soon for some more One Punch Man.